Hi, this is Political News in 5. Today is April 10th, 2022, and I'm Aisha Osuri. Now, the first thing I want to talk about today is INEC's reminder to political parties to make sure they're adhering to the new provisions in the new Electoral Act. Some of these provisions include making sure INEC has enough notice of their primaries so that INEC can attend and observe, to make sure that INEC has a register of members of the parties, and also to make sure that people are adhering to the almighty section 8412, which is the provision that says that if you want to be an aspirant or a delegate at the primaries and you have a political appointment, like a minister or a commissioner, then you have to resign before those primaries. Now, Malami, the Attorney General, who has been fighting section 8412, declared last week for his interest to be governor of Kebbi State. Of course, he has not resigned. His co-mate in the Federal Executive Council, Rotimi Amaechi, Minister of Transport, also declared yesterday for his desire to be president of Nigeria. He declared in Port Harcourt, running around the stadium, honestly, a sub to the infirm in and outside Aso Rock. You have to love Nigerian politics, which is all entertainment. But honestly, I can't help feeling that the joke is on us, the masses. We're like the Romans who are watching our country burn while people are fiddling and playing with us. But the truth is, we can laugh with them, enjoy the bants, but let's shock them on election day with how widely and wisely we vote. But let's keep watching. There's still time to see whether these men and others like them will resign before the primaries or if they'll keep fighting section 8412. Speaking of entitled men, a federal high court in Abuja ruled last week that Nigeria, the federal government, state governments need to ensure equality when it comes to appointments. And they base this decision on the Constitution, our 1999 Constitution, and Article 19 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So this is a huge win for women, considering what happened last month when all 5 gender bills were voted down during the constitutional amendment process. Kudos to the gender activists who pushed this and their partners. Well done. This is a big deal. When it comes to elections, women don't fare very well, and I just want to use the state legislators to explain how bad the representation is. So we have 990 seats across the 36 states. Right now, there are only 45 women who are state legislators. There are 15 states that don't have a single woman in their state assembly. These states include Abia, Edo, Sokoto, Taraba, Kogi, even of the young and the progressive, not a single woman. So you can imagine when conversations are taking place about domestic violence, equal pay, reproductive health rights, maternity leave, labor rights, security, there's no woman there to share her experience of what's going on in her life as a way of representing other women. So it's a huge deal to have this. And what we should be watching for is 1, the implementation, and 2, the campaign promises, the body language, the actions of the people who are going to be running for office in 2023 in executive positions. Because the truth is, the governors typically handpick who the state legislators are going to be. So if somebody's running for governor, we should be asking him, how many women are on your team? How many women do you promise to have in the state assembly? So that's a way of also making sure that we're balancing the appointments and the elections. On the national level, we're not doing much better. We only have about 4% representation of women in National Assembly, and it's never even been as high as 10% since 1999. So, big deal. Kudos to the women who did it. We want more. Finally, I want to just talk about something that I'm calling the Ninja 101 Explainer, which from time to time, I'll just take one thing that's happening and say, this is what's going on for people who are not following politics the way I do. Now, if you've been curious about this phenomenon where when people are declaring, they tell you that people bought their forms for them. If you've been curious about the videos going around begging Oshibajo and Emefiele to run, and you're like, what is all this about? Here's the psychology. Now, if you see the pattern of emergence of people through elections who have led Nigeria, they've never been people who actively wanted it. From Balewa's time, you are usually drafted into that position or you're anointed into that position. But a strong desire to want it typically doesn't get you into that position. So we can use Shagari in 1979. He wanted to be a senator. He ended up as president. OBJ came out fresh from prison, drafted into the presidency. Yaradua in 2007, he was one of the few PDP governors who wasn't interested in running for office. He got there. Even his VP was only interested in being Bayelsa governor. He became VP. So you see the pattern. So now people feel, oh, I need to play the blushing bride. I need to be coy. I need to do, oh, stop it. I like it. I don't really want to be. Please. Nigeria is serious business. Being the president of a country is serious business. Being the president of a country like Nigeria at a time like now is serious business. We want people who actively want it, but we also want people that have the right values and the experience. So I have to say, on my own end, kudos to the men who have not played that game, who have not said, please, oh, somebody begged me. No, who said, I want this, I can do it. It's up to us to now choose. So if you're trying to gauge between these people, who is sincere, who is not sincere, you might want to use this as a yardstick. Anyway, that's it this week. I hope you enjoyed Political News in 5. Please get your PVC. 2023 is another opportunity to battle for the soul of Nigeria. Have a great week ahead. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.